can you hear me okay? Let me make sure my Bluetooth is off. Give me just a sec. Okay, what is up? Hello, hello, hello. So glad you are tuning in. I'm going to upload this video in a couple of places, but if you are catching this live as you are hopping on, please drop a 1 in the comments below. And if you missed me and you're catching the replay, sorry, but drop a 2 in the comments below with the hashtag replay. We're gonna cover in today's video 5 most common mistakes, especially if you're over 25, that you are probably making that are keeping you from losing weight or keeping you from losing your last 10 pounds. So we're gonna keep it really simple. And a lot of these things you've probably heard, but if you're like me and you're on your weight loss journey or fitness journey, you need the reminder over and over and over again, just to stay accountable and just, I know for me, I tend to overthink things and think that it's something else. And really, it comes down to these things. And when you dial in these things, you can and will lose weight. So give me just a sec. So the first one, I wasn't planning on doing this, but the first one is hydration. So let me tell you why. So your fat molecules on your body literally cannot metabolize and be used if you are not hydrated. Fat cannot metabolize without water. So I want you to start tracking your water. And usually when I tell people this, their response is always like, oh, I drink more water than anyone I know, or I drink a gallon a day. And like, that is great. But let's just to be accountable, let's start tracking it. So if that means you have to get a bigger water bottle, I was looking for my gallon jug. If that means you have to start carrying a gallon of water around, I recommend you get something that you can reuse so you're not wasting plastic and buying plastic. I try to avoid that. So yeah, number 1 is hydration. So if you are jumping on, please say hello. And then, so let's also talk about timing, because timing of hydration and timing of water is uber important. This can keep you from losing weight. So in terms of sleeping, most of us sleep 8 hours, I don't know, anywhere from 6 to 9 hours every single night, hopefully, right? And if you have problems with sleep, hopefully you're drinking your pure therapeutic ketones so that you can sleep like a baby, because that's why I drink them. Anyway, so we sleep from anywhere from like 6 to 8 hours a night if we're lucky. During that time, our body goes into a dehydration. We're not drinking any water, so you wake up in a dehydrated state. So a lot of us are waking up, and here comes the timing thing. A lot of us are waking up thinking that we need caffeine and that we're hungry, but really that feeling that we're experiencing is just a state of dehydration. Hey Lance, hey Tiffany, hey Ashley, what's up, girl? So number 1 is hydration. And timing. So what I want you to do is start tracking this. I would keep like a health journal. And first thing when you wake up is drink a full glass of water before you eat, before you caffeinate. And there's a book called Timing, I believe. I think that's what it's called. And it says that you should drink water and wait at least 90 minutes. Hi Ashley Dale, what's up? 90 minutes before you start caffeinating, so that you make sure you are hydrated. So that's the first thing. So thing number 2 that you're doing that is avoiding you from, or keeping you from losing weight, is that you are not being honest about what you're putting in your body, about what you're eating. So if you are someone that finds yourself with a lot of cravings or binging, you are most likely not hitting your macros. And so this is my favorite one, because I tend to forget this. I tend to think I need to go on some kind of special diet, or that I need to do strict keto. And if you're doing strict keto and that works for you, that is great. I know this group is called Keto Together, but for me personally, what I do is I just focus on my macros, and I have these color-coded containers, so I don't have to get obsessive and crazy about counting things, and I can literally just be like, okay, how many more servings of veggies do I need? Or how many more servings of fruit do I need? Which I don't eat a ton of fruit just because I don't feel called to, and it's high in carbs. Ever since I was paleo a long time ago, I just am used to not eating a ton of fruit. But that kind of gives me some leeway, you know, like if I haven't had any fruit and I'm like craving sweets, then it's like, oh, I can have half an apple with cinnamon or some almond butter with it for dessert. So, okay, so step number 2 is that if you're you aren't eating the right things. So here's how you beat cravings and sugar addiction and overeating. You literally just hit your macros. So if you, every single day, if you can figure out, and I can help you do this and give you some resources, if you can figure out the exact amount of protein, fat, and carbohydrates that you need every single day, and you make sure you're eating enough of the right things, you will not want to eat more. You're at a cellular level, your body will be nutritionally satisfied, okay? So number 2 is hitting your macronutrients. Making sure that you're having and the thing, if you're doing keto, you know that your macronutrients can be, is very bio-individual, right? So we can adjust this and manipulate our macronutrients to fit a lot of different lifestyles. You could do high carb, low fat vegan. You can do high fat, low carb, moderate protein, and do keto. You can just do a balanced macronutrient approach, which is kind of what I do. I tend to do on the lower carb thing, or like a carb cycling thing. So I have higher carb days than others. Again, I'm not super stingy on tracking them. I just use these color-coded containers. You can buy them on Amazon, and then I just have this little tracker, and I just like basically throughout the day, I just like see how many more servings of what that I need. And that gets me through. And then as long as I make sure I'm eating enough and getting all my portions of veggies in, and protein and carbs and oils and fats and all of that, then I'm not hungry at the end of the day, and I don't feel deprived, and I don't feel like it's this strict diet that I'm trying to like will my way through, because that's miserable and that won't last long. You're just basically setting yourself up for a binge in the future, right? If you try to do restriction dieting like that. So the third thing, so we have hydration, macronutrients. The third thing is antioxidants and superfoods. So even though the macronutrient approach is amazing and can work for you, if you're doing that and you're still not seeing weight loss, then I want you to look at the choices you are choosing for each food group. So maybe you need to change it up. Maybe if you only eat broccoli for your veggies, maybe you need to start experimenting and having some kale or Brussels sprouts or asparagus or just something new, right? And then with this one, with antioxidants and superfoods, you might want to look into supplementing with some kind of superfood powder or formula. They have them at almost every health store, or some kind of like dense green powder that you can add to your shakes, or that you can add to your protein pancakes. If you make I make protein pancakes a lot. Or just like something that, or maybe you can just like add it to water and take a shot of it real quick. So if the quality does matter, like obviously quantity matters, but also the quality of what you're putting in your body matters. It needs to be dense. Your body can eat a bunch of, you can hit your macros perfectly, and you can have like Pop-Tarts and brown rice and chicken and some veggies and technically lose weight, but you still might be starving at a like cellular level, because your body is craving those micronutrients, which is your minerals and your vitamins, and you can find those in a lot of superfood. There's like superfood capsules. I'll post a link for one that my friend recently shared with me that you can all try. It's like $46. But so just making sure that you're getting that dense nutrition, right? Those dense superfoods. If you want to Google dense nutrition to educate yourself, if you're not familiar with the term, I would recommend doing that. Okay, so the fourth thing I would say is you're not being honest about your exercise. So you probably need to exercise more, or you're just dabbling, okay? So this was a huge thing that I made, the mistake that I made in the beginning, is that I was just dabbling. I was just walking on the treadmill. I was just doing the elliptical. And although that will make a difference, eventually you are going to have to step it up and maybe add some weights. If you've been lifting a lot and you've been lifting the same weight for 5 years, it's time to increase your weights. It's time to confuse your body. So I recommend, if you're at a standstill and you work out regularly, to just do more. Maybe start running instead of walking. Like, you guys can do it. We can do so much more than we think we can. So maybe start running again. Make sure you're stretching if you're going to start doing some more, like some different kind of strenuous exercise. You don't have to do high impact. You can still do low impact workouts, but engage your core more in your workouts. Give it your all. Start working out at home in addition to the gym, because you'll push yourself a lot harder at home if you don't care what you look like around other people. Like I don't care how I smell or how much I sweat if I work out at home. So that's something that I've reincorporated back into my weight loss journey, because I know it works for me, right? So find out what works for you. Be honest. You probably need to be doing more cardio. Cardio is the best thing for fat loss, but I also do believe in weightlifting, because if you build more lean muscle, you're going to burn more calories, because muscle burns more calories than fat, right? We all know that. And okay, so that's number 4. So the 5th thing is your mindset. So I think the 5th thing is your mindset is just like, choose that it's going to be easy. Choose that you're going to lose weight. Don't be so hard on yourself. Wake up every day as if you already are at your goal weight and you already look like how you want. And start saying to yourself, like, I am 150 pounds. Well, like that might be heavy to you, but I'm tall and curvy. So like, that's my goal weight. Like, I am 150 pounds. I say that every single day. I'm a strong, lean 150 pounds. I feel good. I am confident. I am an athlete, right? I am an athlete. I hit my macros every day. I love eating healthy. I love prepping my meals. I love this lifestyle. So what you say to yourself in your mind and in your subconscious, and actually visualizing yourself as your goal weight and being happy and embodying that now, really sets you up not only for weight loss, not only for you to lose that last 10 pounds, not only for just a good attitude and a good vibration and a good energy, but what it does is it helps you rehearse to feel good right now with who you are right now, and just feel good with and being comfortable in your own skin right now, so that when you do lose the last few pounds, or when you do reach your goal weight, it's not just related to the weight. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like you've already been practicing and developing this mentality of gratitude for your body and taking care of yourself, that it's more the lifestyle that you're living that you're grateful for. So that, because what's happened to me a lot is I'll think that losing 10 more pounds will be the golden ticket to my happiness, and I've been a lot leaner than I am now, and I've been miserable and depressed. So if you can rehearse a powerful mindset right now and speak to yourself with positive thoughts and affirming thoughts, then not only are you going to find fulfillment and joy in this moment right now, but you're also going to guarantee that you'll have it when you reach your goal. So I think that one's really, really important, because it makes this journey fun. If it's not fun, then our brain isn't going to want to commit. Our brain isn't going to want to do it. Our brain is going to self-sabotage. So those are my 5 tips. Hydration, timing with hydration, hitting your macronutrients, getting your super like nutrient dense or superfoods in and antioxidants in, and being honest about your exercise. You probably need to exercise more. And in that, what I also wanted to include was your steps. So also what you do outside of your workouts, when you show up in the gym or when you go on the run. How active are you being the rest of your day? Are you getting at least 10,000 steps in every single day? That's what I recommend for a beginner. Or maybe even 5,000 if you're obese, or like have like, more than 60 pounds to lose or something. And then lastly, number 5 is your mindset. Practice affirming thoughts, practice feeling good, practice loving who you are now. So that's all I have. If you got value from this video, please drop me an emoji below. Love you guys so much.